And hello again, everyone. This is Chaz Thomas with the Life Inspired Podcast. How's everybody doing? Beautiful, beautiful evening, Thursday evening in Chicago. A little chilly on outside. Actually, it was 70 degrees today, which is not that bad for this time of the year. And it's a lot better than 90s, to be honest with you. So it felt good, felt pretty good. And I hear this is the weather, I could be wrong, that San Diego has year round for the most part is 70 degrees, which is awesome. I can live in that. I can live in that easily. And Chicago's not bad either. I mean, we get the 3 to 4 seasons for the most part, which is fine, but I can deal with hot weather if I had a choice most of the time. I'm not a winter weather fan. You know, once it started dropping below 50, man, I'm ready to break out the coat and the jackets. But that's okay. That's okay. Not complaining. I'm not complaining. How is everyone doing today? I got an interesting I got an interesting call today. It's from a friend of mine. And I guess they saw the post I posted about my plants. As some of you know, I love plants. I just love plants. I've always loved plants. I love plants, and I love fish. You know, tropical fish. Those are the two things I really love. I haven't got an aquarium yet. I've been thinking about it, just haven't gotten around to it yet. But that's the next thing on my list is maybe 100-gallon. Yeah, 75 to 100-gallon aquarium. But I love plants. I love plants. You know, in the cactus variety. What I mean, cactus variety, ZZ plants, money plants, what else? Anything that takes low maintenance, like you water once every other week or something. I love those type of plants. I got about 10 plants now, and I'm supposed to be getting another plant this weekend. We'll see how that goes. But the plant family is growing. I call myself the real plant keeper, and I started a little episode or a little show called the Real Plant Keeper. And I did that because I want to learn how to take better care of plants. Now, I've been fortunate. None of the plants I've ever owned have died on me. And that's a blessing because I know some people, they'll get a plant and next month it's wilted or dried up or yellow, But I do pretty good. I think I got a little green thumb on me. But I love plants. I love plants. And if it's anyone else out there who love plants, and it's a lot of you out there, send me pictures of your plants. I love to see that. Tell me what type of plants you have, how long you had them, what's the plant's name, and how do you care for them. I have 10 plants. I think last week I was trying to find names for them, so I was asking people to send in suggestion for names for my plants, and I got a pretty good response to that. And I've got a few names already, not all of them. I think Zeus was one of the plant names. Orion is another name. Nova, and I think there was one more. Simeon or something like that. But keep them coming in. Help me name these plants. And I want to name them because I'm always talking to them as a group. And they're my family. They're my plant family. But I like to, make it personal. Like with Zeus, he's the oldest and the largest of the plants. And sometimes I just say, hey, plant, you're looking pretty good there. Keep it up. I like to say, hey, Zeus, you're looking pretty good there, man. Keep it up. Or Orion, I see you sprouting. Keep up the good work. I just like to make it personal. So if you have any name suggestions, go back to, I think it was 2 days ago, I posted pictures of the plants. Send me some names. Send me some suggestions. Let me know how your plant life is going. Send me some pictures. I love plants. I really do. It's a handful of things I do love in life that brings me joy and peace and happiness. One thing is creating music. I love to write and produce music. Been doing that. Ooh, I've been doing that forever. What else? I love motivating and inspiring people. That's one of my passions. Believe it or not, I really love talking to people. I've been a coach and a counselor for so long that I, I really do think that's what I was sent here to do, is to coach and counsel people. Man, I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. And creating music, of course, and anything creative, anything artsy and creative, uh, I find delight in doing. And of course, being spiritual. Now, I do meditate. I meditate every single day. I meditate and take these off. And I enjoy it. I enjoy meditating. I find I find peace in that. I can remember when I first started learning how to meditate. I couldn't slow down my mind or stop my mind to focus on nothing, because that's what they say meditation is. Just when you slow your mind down and just focus on pretty much an object or your breathing. And so in the beginning, it was very difficult for me to do that. So what I started doing was focusing on my breathing. Okay, breathe in, deep breath, hold it, breathe out. And that helped. At least it gave me a focus. And then I started listening to music, different frequency music uh, to ease my mind. And before you know it, and I'm going to be honest, when I first started, I meditated maybe 1 or 2 minutes at a time. Then it got to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I think the longest time I've ever meditated um, was about 40 minutes. I was really into it. And now I can meditate anywhere, anytime. It just takes practice with everything. My sons were starting to at least try to meditate, and they asked me, Dad, I can't do it. I got monkey brain. I'm always thinking of stuff. I said, yeah, that's going to happen. But you keep at it. You keep at it, a little bit at a time. Train your brain. You got to train your brain. But it all has to do with breathing, too. That's part of it. Deep breathing exercises. Because a lot of us, and I found this out through research, aren't breathing correctly. We either doing short breaths, we're doing uh, holding our breath and breathing, and we don't even know it. Like I'll be writing or I'll be focused and concentrating on something. I say, my breathing is shallow. I'm like, wow, I got to fix that. And so I started doing breathing exercises just to get in the habit of breathing correctly, because there is a correct way to breathe. To help send oxygen to the brain, you want to breathe correctly. It's a great stress reliever. And that's the other thing. If you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling bothered and worried and sad, go somewhere and do some deep breathing exercises. That helps a lot because a lot of times people are, when they're stressed, their mind is tight, and when people say they're foggy, their brain is foggy, they can't focus, it's because of the oxygen not getting to the brain correctly. So if you just stop, do some deep breathing exercises, give your brain some oxygen. That's what that's what you need. You need to give your brain some oxygens and release some of that tension. And it works. It works for me anyway. So try it. Just try it. If you're feeling real stressed about something or angry, just go somewhere quiet if you can and take about 3 to 5 deep breaths and see if that doesn't help. Yeah. And report back to me. Let me know how that's working out for you. All right. It helps me. And what else I'm discovering, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. Your diet, man, has a lot to do with how you function too throughout the day. If you eat the wrong foods, if you eat greasy food, salty food, sugary food, it really impacts your brain and how you think. Not to mention, it upsets your stomach too, where you can't focus. So be aware of the foods you're putting in your body. Make sure you could benefit from them. Fruit and vegetables, more water, more water. But fruit and vegetables, I just got off a fast. Um, it was a water fast. And I think in a couple of days I'll do maybe a fruit and vegetable fast. I love fasting because it gives my body a chance to reset. It purges out all the bad food I've probably eaten, and I replenish it with healthy nutritional food, and that helps a lot. That helps a lot. And I also take my vitamin D because I found out I was vitamin D deficient. So I take my vitamin D. What else do I do? I do low impact exercise. I do aerobics. I get on the treadmill for about 30 minutes every other day. I want to get that up to every day on a treadmill for about 30 minutes. That makes a difference too. So those are some of the things I'm trying to incorporate into my lifestyle. Because as you get older, you know, the things we used to take for granted, like lack of sleep or a little bit of sleep. I can remember when I was younger, uh, functioning on maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day, maybe less, depends. But now I need at least 6 hours. I'll say 6 hours. I don't even know if I can sleep past 6 hours nowadays because I'm so used to getting up early. But yeah, sleep too. Your brain needs rest. I was talking to my son the other day, and you know, he was stressing out a little bit. I said, "Well, how you sleeping?" He said, "I managed 2 or 3 hours of sleep." Well, I said, that might be part of the problem, or it might not be. But try sleeping a little bit longer and see if that helps. You know, in your diet, your water intake, and exercise. All that is connected. Mind, body, and spirit is all connected, right? If your mind is out of whack, your body is going to be out of whack, which may throw off your spirit. If your spirit's out of whack, that's going to throw off your mind, which is going to throw off your body. If your body's out of whack, it's going to throw off your thinking and so on and so forth. It's all connected. So you can't just do one and neglect the other two. Try to maintain health in all three categories. It will make a difference in your life. I promise you it will. You want to hear something funny? Let me share this with you. Earlier today, I had this bright idea of moving the studio to another area of my home. And so I moved everything. I broke down all the equipment and everything, and I moved them to another space. After I got it set up, I said, you know what? I don't like this. Because it had, well, bland walls, white walls. And it was, and I chose that place because it was had a lot of natural light from the windows. I said, well, here, I can start, doing podcasts during the day now because all the natural light, which is fine. But I didn't get the ambiance that I have here. I have, color lights back there. I have my glass head right there with the light beaming in on that. But this is, I've used this studio for so long. It feels comfortable. It feels like, it feels like home. It is my home, but this feels warm to me. The other place felt a little cold, but I guess if I would have, did it for a while, I would have got used to it. But I'm used to this setting. So needless to say, I broke down everything and brought everything back in here and put the studio back together. I mean, I took down everything, man. I broke down everything. It took me a good 30 minutes just to unplug everything. And I said, no, this doesn't feel right. My thing is, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. I feel comfortable in this environment, in this setup, And I was talking to someone about podcasting too, because I am destined to do this podcasting on a regular basis because I really do enjoy it and I'm getting better at it. I feel I'm getting better at it or more comfortable with it. It's just something I love to do. And I got the equipment. I even got the portable podcast unit. I don't have it with me. I was going to show you guys. It's about yay big, but I can take it. It's mobile. I can take it. It has plugs for 4 mics, and I got the headphones and everything because I really do want to travel. Start taking it with me when I travel to different locations and do interviews. And asking people, hey, what inspires you? What gets you going? What inspires you? And that is what I'm destined to do. I promise you. I promise you, after we, I say we, get over this hump and get back on track, I'm going to do more traveling. I want to see the world, man. I want to meet. There's some people out there I still need to meet. I don't know who they are, but there's some people out there I still want to meet and need to meet because I want to share their story with the world. And some people I just want to know, hey, what inspires you? You have, I've been reading up on you. I've been watching you. I just want to know what inspires you. Maybe that can help someone else. So I believe I'm destined. That's my calling. That's my assignment, is to travel the world and find out what inspires everybody. I want to do that. And so, hey, come on, manifest, right? You attract what you think about all the time. And that is what I'm thinking about all the time, is being successful at podcasting, meeting people, traveling. That's my manifesting. And just finding people to travel with. That's the ultimate. Wouldn't that be awesome? If in life you can find someone who enjoys doing the same things you enjoy doing and doing it together. I think I've had that a couple times in my life where I met someone, I really do enjoy their company, and they get me, and I get them. And it was a real spiritual uh, adventure, journey. And I really did get. It was only short lived though, but maybe that's what it was meant to be. But I did. I was inspired by that moment in life. See, you never know who you meet and why you're meeting them. But I believe in life there's reasons for everything. There's reasons. There's a season. What is it? It's a reason, season, lifetime of people you meet. Right? There's a reason you meet someone. It might just be for a season. It might just be for a lesson. Learn a lesson, or it might even be for a lifetime. But there are no accidents. In this particular time, I met this individual, and I'm gonna tell you, it was one of the. It was a good time, and I learned so much about myself because I'm admit I was a lost soul, man. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I found out I really didn't know what I wanted. But she helped me figure it out, and I'm forever appreciate appreciative of that. And they know who they are. Uh, so yeah, find someone who you groove with, man. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? And chill with those people. You don't have to be friends with everybody. That's the other thing. People get so hung up on the wrong things. Again, I'm gonna refer back to podcasting. I do podcasting because I enjoy it. I'm not looking for clicks. I'm not looking to get rich. I'm doing it because I genuinely enjoy doing it. And believe me, people will find you, they'll latch on to you, and then that's your tribe. Don't be falling for the tricks and the hacks to get followers or fans. I've tried that. That doesn't work. And plus it takes too much work. Just be who you are. Just be natural. Just let it flow, man. Just let it flow. It'll come back to you. Whatever it's supposed to, it will. And so that's what I'm doing now, man. I'm just living life on purpose through this microphone. And, you know, and I would enjoy this for those of you who are listening or watching. Um, Comment. I'd love to see some of the feedback, man. I would love to see some of the questions you may have for me. I'm going to get to the point. I'm working on getting my YouTube live hooked up where I can see your chat questions and we can communicate that way. I think that would be awesome. That's my next big project. There's some software I'm using now, like Ecamm Live. What's the other one? OBS and a couple others. But my ultimate goal, my next project is streaming live, and so I can get some feedback, man. I think that would be most also. I'm looking over here because I told myself I'm gonna cut it on now. Whenever I start videoing my podcast, I also want to create an audio version. I mean, I can from the setup I got now. I just have to strip the audio from it. But with this Podcaster Pro 2, I can have that recording while I'm videotaping. So I just cut that on. So a good portion of what I just said won't be on there, but I can always go back and retrieve it. Right? Which is cool. Not complaining. Um, that too is having the right equipment. And you know what I do sometimes? I've gotten better with it. I have a bright idea. I have a great idea. Um, in this case, I'm talking about podcasting. I first started talking about podcasting maybe 10 years ago. I remember it just came out because I used to do a little radio disc jockeying in Chicago at a local small radio station. And it felt good, man. I got excited about it. And we're playing music, talking over the airwaves. And I liked it, but it was temporary. It was temporary. And then, so yeah, I said, man, I want to go to broadcasting school. I want to be a radio disc jockey, blah, blah, blah. Needless to say, that didn't happen. But I did. The other thing I wanted to do too was write music because I was producing music at the time too. And I said, that'd be cool if I can be a disc jockey. And that's why I wanted to be a disc jockey so I could play my own music on the radio. But anyway, years went by and I didn't become a disc jockey, but I did continue to write music, which I enjoy. But needless to say, when podcasting came around, I said to myself, okay, that's the same as broadcasting. You just have your own personal radio station. So needless to say, I invested in it. I bought the equipment, I bought the microphones, I bought the recording devices, and it was quite an investment too. It was quite an investment, but it was something I wanted to do. Needless to say, that again, we're talking 10 years ago. So I was getting ready, right? I said, okay, I got to get the right equipment. Now I want to make sure I'm ready and everything is on point. 2 years later, after that, I'm like, okay, I'm almost there. I just got to get one more piece of equipment and I'm going to start doing my shows. So if you go back on my Facebook, you can see some of the shows I attempted. Man, were they rough. Wasn't the greatest, but I didn't expect them to. Yeah, no, I did. I expected them to be great because I'm the type of person, I don't want to put product out if it's not, but really, really good. So that stalled me a lot too because, I didn't want to do anything half-assed. I wanted to be perfect. So I did a lot of editing and then that became exhausting to the point where I said, you know what? Maybe I'm not ready to do this yet. So I put that to the side. Okay. Fast forward 7 more years. I said, you know what? And I think by that time I had changed jobs or I retired or something. I said, I got the time now. I got the time to dedicate to doing this podcasting. So once again, I had to update my equipment. And by that time they were doing video podcasting. I said, okay, now I got to get a camera, So I got all that, right? And this was about 2 years ago. And I'm like, you know what? And I did a whole lot of practice takes. I'm like, you know what? That's not perfect enough. That's not perfect enough. I'm not ready. Then I start questioning, hey, is this even for me? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I start second guessing myself. And then you get the imposter syndrome. Like, you know what? I hear you know why? You know why I got the imposter syndrome? I started listening to other people's and watching other people's podcasts. I said, man, they are so polished, man. That is so great. I want to do a show just like that. And that was one of my mistakes is I was basing my performance based on people, who's perfected it and done it for a long time. And I said, you know what? I start questioning whether this is something I want to do or not. Anyway, long story short, just earlier this year, I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to start doing podcasts. I mean, whether it's good, bad, I don't care. Well, I do care. I do want it to be good. But I'm not going to let the fact that it's not perfect prevent me from doing something I want to do. And I'm going to take this moment to talk to people out there now. If it's something you really have a passion for in life, if it's something you can't stop thinking about, As soon as you get up in the morning, you're thinking about it. Throughout the day, you're thinking about it. When you go to bed at night, you're still thinking about it. That is, and I've said this before, this is nothing new. That is your assignment in life. There's a reason why you can't let that thing go, because it won't let you go until you fulfill it, until you start doing what you were put here to do. And that's what I truly believe. That's why this podcast thing hung around. It just hung around. It wouldn't go away. It wouldn't let me go. And so I surrendered to it. I say, I surrender, God. You know, there's a message out there you want me to deliver, I will deliver it. If there's a motivating quote out there you want me to put through, I will do it. Because you never know, and I've said this before too, you never know who's listening to you or who's watching you. It could be something you said. It could be a quote you quoted. It could be an experience you just lived through. Somebody needs to hear that. They may be going through the same thing. And I say this all the time. God uses people sometimes to deliver his word. You ever been somewhere in church or listening to a program and said, wow, that message felt like it was just for me. He's talking to me. That's no accident. That word or that message is for you. Pay attention. Just like I'm telling you now, if it's something you feel you want to do it. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. Don't you talk you out of it. Just do it. You know, I can't say this enough. I used to wonder if I would have just started doing it 10 years ago, how much better I'd be at this by now. But I can't think about that. It didn't happen, but it's happening now. Am I trying to be perfect? Absolutely not. Because nothing's out there is perfect. All you could do is get better. You can get better at it, but you will never be perfect at it. But you could definitely be better at it. But the only way you're going to get better at it is to start doing it. Get your practice in. I tell my sons all the time when they're starting a project or doing something or working on something, I said, and we talk about Michael Jordan, you got to get in that gym, man, and practice on those free throws. You know, he didn't get that good by just thinking about it or wishing about it or wanting it. He actually did the work. You got to do the work. You got to get in there and practice those free throws. So what I'm doing every day, every single day now, I may not be publishing on my podcast, but you better believe every single day for 1 or 2 hours, I'm talking into this microphone. And because I'm shooting my free throws. That's how I'm getting better at this thing. You know, that's how you get better. You got to practice, you know. Keep doing it. Keep on doing it. All right. But I'm coming up on my time this evening. I'll probably I got not a lot of time. I got some time left before I have to do something. I might even get on again later this evening, but if not, definitely tomorrow. Every day, again, I'm not publishing every video podcast I do, but maybe I'll start so you guys can see my journey, see what I'm going through every day, right? Always believe that something wonderful, is about to happen. See that? Always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. And then I got another one I just put down here. That's a picture of me 10 years ago, believe it or not. And that says, I'm reading it backwards. Accept the thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fear. Oh, wow, that's pretty deep. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fear. And nothing, I can't even see that word from here because I'm reading it backwards. And nothing, okay, I'm going to cheat. And nothing controls you except your beliefs. I try to keep, and on this side, I got good vibes. Things are always working out for me. I try to surround myself with encouraging words so it can go into my subconscious. And I'm always thinking about it. And this is my latest sign up here. Inspired in 10, healing from within. Let me tell you guys about that. That came to me in a vision, in a dream. Inspired in 10, healing from within. That's my 10-minute inspiration talk. Now, I do that on the daily. And it's about 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 10 seconds. But sometimes all you need is to hear a word to jumpstart your day or your moment. So I put those out daily. And it's a new segment I'm starting called Healing from Within, Holistic Living, how you can cure yourself without unnecessary medication, headaches, stomach aches, whatever ails you. You could do it holistically. I'm of the belief that don't take medicine just to take it, because what it does is just covers up the real issue. It doesn't cure anything. Medicine doesn't cure anything. It just masks whatever's ailing you. But what if you could do that without taking medication for a headache? Just go somewhere and breathe. Go somewhere and breathe and be still. That cures a lot. It really does. So I'm doing research on that because I want to start sharing antidotes with people on how to heal from within. And maybe that can help some people out there. I'm sure it will. If not, it'll definitely help me. And different foods you can eat that can heal you as well. Different exercises you can do that can heal you. It's so much out there. It's so much I want to share with you guys. So I'm working on that. I am working on that. But anyway, okay, no, for real. I'm wrapping up for real now. I hope you enjoyed my talk, my conversation. And again, I am working on YouTube Live. So you guys can join me on YouTube. You can interact with me. You can chat with me. And because I need some company, guys. I need you guys to talk back to me. It gets lonely sometimes. It gets lonely. And I have to play some music. I'm going to play this one time too while I'm doing a podcast and show you guys what I can do, my talent. So that's some fun stuff. Anyway, maybe I'll have, now there's a way I can make phone calls too. And maybe I'll do some phone call interviews as well. And maybe I'll have a co-host. Who knows? So many ideas. But anyway, okay, for real this time. Wrapping it up. And again, I appreciate you guys' support. And you can listen to this podcast on all podcast platforms. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, TikTok. Anywhere. I try to post it up everywhere so people can see me and know who I am. Coach Chaz Thomas, the Life Inspired Podcast, another episode of Inspired in 10, Healing from Within. That kind of rhymes. Inspired in 10, Healing from Within. And as always, believe that something wonderful is about to happen, because it is. All right. Till next time, I appreciate you guys and I love you. Bye-bye.